Right, today's date is June 11th, 2010. This is 5 days before I am having back surgery. I found out in January of 2010 that that I actually have a condition called spondylolisthesis. And basically, what it is in a nutshell is um, I have a slipped vertebrae, and it's causing a nerve to be pinched. I also have um, a disc that is essentially disintegrated. It's no longer there. So I am going to be having a spinal fusion of the lumbar spine. The scientific or the medical term for it is an anterior and posterior spinal fusion of the lumbar spine. And I'm also having a discectomy, which is where they go in and they place an artificial disc where the other one is no longer there. Um, the spinal fusion is a process where they go in and they insert two screws to fuse the two parts of the vertebrae that have slipped. They also go ahead and they take the part of the vertebrae that has been fractured, which is causing the slippage. Um, they take that part of the vertebrae and they actually graft it to what I already have. So they remove that, grind it up, and then they are using it again to graft around the screws. Um, it's going to be an intense surgery. The surgery's about they said 4 to 6 hours, so depending on how smoothly everything goes. And I will, right now, all I know is that I'll be in the hospital for about 3 days, and then after that I'll be sent home to do my recovery at home. Basically, my recovery right after surgery is just basically walking. They said by the time I leave the hospital, I should be walking one lap around the ward, which is about 200 feet. Once I get home, they're encouraging me to walk every 20 minutes at least, around the chair that I'm sitting in, or just a lap around a table, something very simple, every 20 minutes just to get those muscles going. They also gave me a time frame of, when I can walk a mile, I can drive. So that's one of my major goals, so that I can be able to drive. I also mentioned to them that I wanted to be able to go back to work, which I'm a first grade teacher, and so I want to be able to go back in August, end of August, to teach again for the beginning of the year. And they said, that's a good goal, that a lot of the people that they work with have a 9 to 5 desk job, and so they go back and they sit in front of a computer all day, and they don't have the opportunity to get up and change positions. And with my job, I have the opportunity to do that, and so it's better for me so that my muscles are given the opportunity to work and build upon themselves. So right now I am 5 days away from the surgery, and I'm anxious. I feel a little bit better. I actually today went and saw my priest and got the anointing of the sick blessing, which was, it's amazing, how I went in before and how I feel now. Before, I just was very anxious. I could only think about, the negative, and I could only think about the pain. And now I realize that there's a lot of positive thoughts going on, and there's a lot of prayers for me, and it's an uplifting feeling knowing that there's people out there to really take the time to pray and hope for a good recovery with me. So I also received a wonderful gift of a prayer shawl. We have this prayer shawl ministry at my church, and as they make the shawls, they pray the rosary, and and they pray the rosary for the particular for whomever they're making the shawl for, and in this case, they were doing it for me, and it was just an amazing feeling knowing that people have, who don't even know me are willing to take the time to sit and pray for me and hope for a speedy recovery. And I will definitely have that in the hospital with me, so that I can, feel that support and that prayer. At this point, I'm very excited about the surgery. I know that's going to be a rough and tough recovery, but I think I'm ready to start the journey, and I'm going to be trying to do these video blogs every chance that I get. I'll definitely be doing them in the hospital. I'm gonna have my mom, video record whenever I, take the first steps and get out of the bed, and so that people can get a good idea of what to expect when they're in the hospital. Because I didn't have a clue. I still don't have a clue. I have an idea, but I don't really understand what I'm going to be up against. So hopefully somebody that's in the same predicament, same, surgery, will have the opportunity to see these videos and have an idea of what to expect, because it's a scary situation. And I hope that, through these, videos, that people are going to have an idea, be more comfortable and more mentally prepared, as well as physically prepared. I think that's a big important part of it too. So hopefully I'll keep up with these videos, and if not, I'm probably drugged up. Probably have a lot of medication going through me, so just bear with me if I seem a little out of it. I'm going to try my hardest to do these video blogs, but we'll see where it goes. The next time you see me, it will be after surgery, so prayers and thoughts are welcomed and needed. So till next time. So I wanted you to see the prayer shawl that I got. This is just adding on in my other video, but this is the prayer shawl that I got. This is actually the bag that it came in. It's a little boy, obviously. His name's Miguel, and he made this for me. And it has a little tag on it. It says, "You created every part of me, knitting me in my mother's womb. For each handiwork I praise you. Awesome, this great wonder." And it says, "Prayer shawl made especially for brick tuckers." I love it. It's so soft. And I think it's perfect. I mean, it's going to be with me in the hospital, and it's going to be with me for a long time. And hopefully I will feel the embrace, and know that there are people praying